And here's one area where Alabama is far superior than Florida. So I've been here already like 3 months, and like this week, the last 4 jobs I've got have been sour. In other words, one job, the person got mad at me because I showed up a little bit late. Whatever. That went to crap. The next person shorted me $100. I told them it was $360. They gave me $260. Probably won't deal with that person again. The next person made me go all the way to Lehigh Acres. When I went to Lehigh Acres, the photo that I quoted, they had added more stuff to it, and the stuff that they added was so much more, and they still wanted the same price. That job didn't go through. And I just had somebody else call me, telling me they already have a quote, but they're looking for somebody cheaper. Bro, in Alabama, if there's one thing that I can say positive about Alabama, it is that you get paid for your work. You get paid very well for your work. You don't have people trying to nickel and dime you. I remember one time I did a job. I started about 9 a.m. I was done by 12. It was 3 hours. The lady gave me $400. And I went to the scrapyard with the stuff and got paid another $40. I made $440, $470, I think it was, by the end of the day. And I was home by like 2 o'clock. And it was a mobile home in a small town in the absolute middle of nowhere. Just this elderly African-American lady. She was sweet. She brought me water. She made me tea. And she paid me $400. And I took the stuff to the scrapper and made even more money. Bro, I don't know what the crap these people think. For a place that is this freaking expensive to live in, and every dollar you get, you have to argue with people. They're trying to knick-knack you. They're trying to lower the price. They're trying to shortchange you. I don't get it, bro. If you live in Southwest Florida, and look, I went to New York, okay, and they come from New York like that. No, they don't, because I went to New York, and then up in New York, they don't do that garbage. People that come down here want to exploit, enslave, and get nickel and dime the life out of you. Bro, you gotta live down here. Like, how do you expect people to live down here, and that's the way people are getting paid? It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. If that's one thing about Alabama that I can say that's positive, is that you actually get paid for your work over there very well. And if you say it's $200, it's $200. If you show up an hour late, they don't care. If you're 10 minutes late and you call them, they're like, "Why are you calling me? It's only 10 minutes late. It's not a big deal." These people here demand a lot and pay very little. If there's one thing I can tell you about Alabama, is that I made about 6 times more money than I ever did here. And it was easy money. I never had a problem filling up my bank account in Alabama. But down here, I don't know what the crap is wrong with these people. The more money they got, the stingier they get, the more crooked they get, the more they want to rip you off, the more they want to exploit you. And I ain't doing it. Now, I know you guys want me here in Florida because of the videos and this and that, but I ain't going to be exploited by these people. If my YouTube don't take off, and kids' real estate don't take off, and whatever little short plans we got here for the meantime don't take off, I ain't going back to Alabama. But I got to hit up something else, because this makes no sense, bro. You can't live. Like, I already did the math. And every month I'm going to be about like $1,500 short. And that's not like I'm not trying to work. It's like the jobs you get, you're trying to be exploited. I mean, I got a $30,000 pickup truck, a $6,000 trailer. In Alabama, I had like a $5,000 truck and a beat-up trailer. And with that equipment, I was making bank all left and right, bro. I don't know what it is with these people down here, but it makes no sense, bro. And they can go exploit somebody else. They ain't gonna do it to me, bro. I got my little camera. I'm gonna make my little videos. Katie's got her little book. She's gonna do her real estate. And if that don't work, then Florida ain't for me. I left Florida because of this problem, and it is way worse since I came back. It's like every job you go on, there's some type of BS. You know what I mean? Hey, a working man deserves his salary. I don't know what y'all people are thinking down here. You know what I mean? You get ripped off. You get ripped off by your realtor. You get ripped off by your contractors. They take your money by the long run. But then you got somebody over here who's got a family to feed, people to take care of, and you don't want to pay them a fair salary. I don't get this place, bro. It is aggravating. Aggravating. It really is. It's like everybody is just trying to nickel and dime the life out of you. It's seriously aggravating. And in that aspect, Alabama's way better. And like if I didn't have the problems that I have with the racism and all the hate up there, if I was just a regular white dude, I wouldn't be here. I would be in Alabama. I really wouldn't. Like, I would not be here. This makes no sense. It's like you're being exploited left and right. Everybody's trying to rip you off. Everybody's trying to steal from you. Everybody's got some type of trickery to them. It's really disappointing. But at least, I don't even know what to say, bro. It's disappointing. Because since I've got back to Florida, I have made a hard time to make money. I mean, like, I'm literally like, I got new truck, new trailer. I mean, what the crap? I'm not going to be exploited by you. Like, and some of these people, it's embarrassing because they've known me forever and they know my situation. I'm just trying to get back on my feet. And instead of trying to help you, they're trying to exploit you, bro. It's embarrassing, bro. But like I said, I don't have to do the junk thing. I got the business license. And if they come along, I'll do them. But I'm focused on Katie's real estate. I'm focused on my lot that I'm clearing. I'm focused on my YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go hungry. But I want this YouTube to take off. I want Katie's real estate to take off. But I also want the junk to do good. Because the junk is what feeds everything else. You get what I'm saying? If I'm making money over here on a daily basis to take care of our stuff, then whatever I'm making off YouTube, I can invest that back into YouTube, and it just prolongs everything else. So, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but this don't make no freaking sense. When I was in the backwoods in Alabama, I was making so much freaking money, and when I got to Alabama, everybody was like, "Oh, you know, you're not gonna make any money here. You know, if you make $10 an hour." I was scared when I first got to Alabama. I started talking to people, and it sounded scary. Like people were super pessimistic. Oh, you're gonna starve, you're not gonna make any money. Bro, I made bank in Alabama, and I wasn't even trying. And then when you start working for somebody and they see you work good, they keep you giving you work. You work for the neighbor, you work for their cousin, you work for their uncle, you work for their parents. Next thing you know, you've worked for everybody they know, bro. Because once you work for somebody in Alabama and you do good for them, the next person picks you up, the next person picks you up, and you do good, you stack up your money. But out here, it's like embarrassing dealing with these people, bro. And what they don't understand is that I have just picked up a different mentality in Alabama, and I'm just gonna walk away from somebody that does something I'm gonna walk away from it. But one day they don't know that what I've been through in Alabama, they don't know what I've gone through. One day they're gonna mess with the wrong person. Like one person that literally stole $100 from me because they knew how much they had to pay me, and they didn't pay me enough. That's you jacking me right there. That's theft. But I'm not going hungry, and I don't have to work for anybody or do anything for anybody. I just got to do for me. And as aggravating as it might be, I got to stay here and make this work somehow. But it's sad that this is how people here make a living, because in them backwoods in Alabama, you make money out there. And then all you've ever heard about rural places is you can't make money, it's hard to make money, it's scary. That's like because they keep telling themselves that, but it really is. They don't know what hard is. I said hard is being in Newark, New Jersey, and being in a traffic jam for 2 hours. Hard is living in Lehigh and having to go 1.5 hours, 2 hours to East Naples to work. That's hard. Anyways, that's what's on my mind right now, bro. I know I sound aggravated, and I really am. I'm seriously aggravated. And this is why I left. The only difference now is I'm not in the same economical position as back then. Back then, I had to get ripped off. I had to go work for people that weren't paying me enough. But now I ain't doing it. Now, see, that's the difference between when I left Florida and I didn't have vehicles, I didn't have money in the bank, I didn't have nothing. I left Florida, I was broke and hungry, okay? Went to Alabama, stacked up a little bit, got in a better situation, and that was 1 year up there. If I'd stayed up there 3 or 4 years, I'd have been a millionaire up there. I come back now, I'm not in the same situation, bro. So when I was broke, you could have extorted me. When I was broke, you could have ripped me off. I would have had to go work for you again. But what these people don't understand is that I ain't that broke, hungry person that left Florida anymore. I'm a different individual. You understand? And in Alabama, when you rip somebody off, it ain't business. It's hands-on. They take care of that. That's why in Alabama, you don't see people flicking each other off in traffic. You don't see people ripping each other off. You know why? Because people handle that in a certain way, you know? So I learned that in Alabama. And what I can tell you is I ain't that same person that used to. Because when I lived here, they ripped me off, and I had to go back to them, and they didn't pay me enough. And you had to keep going you had to keep being victimized by these people because you didn't have any option. But I got options now. You ain't gonna rip me off. And if you have ripped me off and you do one time deal dirty with me, I'm gonna cut you off. And that's done. I am not going back to doing the same crap I was before. Because the day that I feel hungry here, if I stay in Florida, if I feel hungry, if I feel exploited, I'm grabbing a truck, trailer, and I'm heading north somewhere. And I don't know where I'm going to end up. But I am not, I'd rather freeze to death in freaking Michigan than be down here getting exploited by these people, bro. It ain't going to happen. I ain't doing it. And hats off to everybody down here in Lehigh Acres, Naples, Fort Myers, that has to go in there every day and deal with these crooked people, bro. Because I'd have already been done somebody off. Matter of fact, when I left Naples, I was like, let me just get up out of here. Because if I have to keep dealing with these people, I don't know how I'm going to react. So I'm glad I went to Alabama for a little bit and refreshed my mind, resupplied my bank account. So now that I'm down here, I don't have to go work for these people again. Because the sad part about it is people who have kids and who have a mortgage, they don't have a choice. They have to get ripped off. And they have to smile like it didn't happen. Ain't that one, bro. Ain't that one.